Welcome back, Careblazer. It's April, and during this month, we are covering unpopular and controversial topics that are not covered a lot, especially online. However, I happen to know that these topics sometimes keep you up at night, weigh on you, and you sometimes wonder if you are the only person going through some of these situations because you can't find much information out there anywhere you look, especially today's topic. So here at Dementia Careblazers, our mission is to help support dementia caregivers all over the world who truly want to feel better and make the best caregiving decisions that they can for their loved one. And we do that by covering a wide variety of topics that all kinds of Careblazers experience and go through. And this topic that I'm sharing about today, I have never talked about before on my channel, regrettably, because I have received many of the emails from Careblazers around the world sharing so much guilt about this situation. Okay, what are we talking about? We are talking about relationships with other people besides your spouse with dementia. Okay, hear me out. We know when we are in a committed relationship, we are in a committed relationship. However, at some point in the dementia journey, for some individuals, the person with dementia declines to the point where they're no longer able to truly engage in the relationship like they have in the past. You have probably already experienced this yourself somewhat in terms of the person with dementia maybe no longer being able to engage in a meaningful conversation. You no longer being able to lean on them for support and help. Perhaps it's more of a physical nature and being physically intimate and romantic with one another. The other person with dementia might not be able to reciprocate or even know what's going on. In fact, at some point in the disease process, when they progress so far to the point that they're not able to consent, it can actually be illegal to do things with your loved one with dementia because they literally have no idea what's going on and they can't give consent. So lots of really serious things happening when we're talking about having a relationship with the person who has dementia. So we know also that dementia can last years and years and years. For some people, dementia can last 10 years, 15 years, even up to 20 years. And when this happens, you're slowly watching your loved one kind of decline in front of your eyes. Meanwhile, your human needs and desires are still there. And as caregivers, especially Careblazers, we give so much of ourselves to the person with dementia that it gets to the point we feel guilty or like we feel like we're doing something wrong. The fact that it would even cross our mind that we might like another relationship. We might like to have a conversation with another human being. We might like to know what it feels like to have somebody ask us how our day is, to check in on us, to offer us guidance and advice and insight. And we as Careblazers often don't have that experience, and you might feel an inkling inside that you would like it. I want to let you know that does not make you a horrible person. It does not make you a horrible partner or spouse. It makes you a human one. As human beings, we are wired to be social creatures, to be in relationships, and it's only natural that you would have a situation where it crosses your mind that you might want another relationship. And so just realize you are not alone if you are in this position. Especially there are spouses and partners out there who aren't even living with their loved one anymore. Their loved one might be in a care facility and they go and they visit with them, but the person is no longer able to truly engage. You can still love the person with dementia and still be there for them and still care for them and still do all of those things while also wanting a meaningful relationship and conversation with somebody else who has the cognitive ability to engage in that relationship. You hear me? So we talk about this and we see this on the opposite way. Like there's been shows and things where the person with dementia forgets they're married, doesn't remember who their spouse is. They go to a care facility and they find a relationship with another person in there. And those two people become loving friends, loving partners, really hard for the Careblazer to experience and go through. And so we see that, we talk about it. It's part of the disease. I don't think that surprises a lot of people, but it's almost like it's off topics or taboo to talk about, well, what about the caregiver? What about the caregiver's human needs or human desires or natural desires to have an intimate relationship with somebody, whether that's just for intellectual stimulation or perhaps the physical reasons too. It's my personal opinion that makes total sense, and that's okay. in those situations. Now, you don't need my opinion at all. Like, we all have different human opinions. This is not based on my opinion on whether or not it's okay for a caregiver to build an intimate relationship with somebody else. Like, the relationship has changed. It's no longer spouse and spouse or partner and partner. It's truly caregiver and patient in many ways. When it gets to that point, like, this is just my personal opinion in terms of what I've seen other caregivers do, what I've seen other caregivers experience, what I could only imagine it would be like if I was in that position. That's not anything based on a fact that you have to do that. People can make whatever decisions they want for themselves. I just want this video to exist because I have never personally seen a video like this before. Just letting caregivers know it's natural if you have the desire, doesn't mean you're a horrible person, and nothing is wrong with you. It means you're human. It literally means you're a human being, and we're wired to want these relationships and social relationships, especially if after years and years you've been without because you've really been in this caregiving role with a person who's no longer able to engage in the relationship as you've engaged in it before in the past. I want to personally apologize to all of the caregivers throughout the years who have emailed me with situations like this. I've tried to respond to as many as I can in email, but I think it's time we put this out here in public, understanding and knowing there will be people who hate this, who don't agree with it, who think it's evil and thinks it goes against everything that they believe in. And I just want to let you know it's okay. Like, it's okay, again, for all of us to have differing beliefs, but without us being willing to share different ideas and different perspectives and share what many caregivers are experiencing and thinking, without a safe place to do that, so many caregivers are going to feel alone and like they are the only ones going through it. I want this video to exist to let you know you are not the only one going through it. I hope this helps somebody out there. In fact, I would love to know, did this video help you in any way? What are your thoughts about this concept? And after hearing this, it's totally okay to make a decision where you just decide you're never going to have another relationship or another intimate conversation with anybody. Like, you can still decide that. I just want you to know it doesn't mean you're a horrible person if you desire it or if you want it, especially as a dementia caregiver, which is what we are talking about here on this channel, caring for somebody who is no longer able to engage in the relationship that you've had for many, many years. I hope this April series on controversial topics and unpopular opinions is coming across from a place of truly wanting to shed light on different thoughts and different ideas that don't get highlighted a lot, quite frankly, for fear of backlash and what people will think. I also hope it doesn't prevent people from wanting to follow for all of the other dementia tips and approaches and strategies that we do here on this channel. But for those of you out there alone and scared and guilty and feeling like you're the only one having those thoughts and feelings, you're not. And I'm sure you'll find some people here in the comments below that will show you just how you are not alone. Next week, I'll be back with another topic on a controversial and unpopular opinion. Hit the red subscribe button, and there's a little bell notification. You can click that too. Both of them are totally free. There is no cost ever to do that. But what it does is if you hit the red subscribe button, it will alert you when you log into YouTube that I have a new video. Most importantly, it communicates with YouTube that if there is somebody who is similar to you and who doesn't know about my channel, YouTube will be more likely to put my videos in front of them, just making it easier for another dementia caregiver to find help out there in the world. The bell notification icon, that's really to alert you that there's a new video that comes out. So for whatever decisions and caregiving decisions you make, I want you to know that you are the one in this caregiving position. People will always have opinions and will always judge, but you get to make the decision for you. You are the only one who knows your full circumstances, and it's okay that other people don't always agree and they don't always understand. I'm sending every single one of you love, even all of you who disagree with me. All right, bye. Also, Nico gets a belly rub for every person who subscribes from this video. So if you haven't already, click the red subscribe button. It's totally free, and Nico says thank you very much.